mingling within the party. The lodge was one giant room with floor-to-ceiling windows facing one of the resort's mountains. The other 3 walls were decorated to resemble a log cabin, a luxury multi-million-dollar one. At his 2 o'clock, a man with eyes darting left and right hastily made his way across the room. Under 5'10", the man was average in height and looks. Early 30s, he would have blended in if his right hand hadn't been clenched in a tight fist. Either the man planned to punch someone, or he was carrying the flash drive.
"I heard we talk to you if we want a special order."
An elderly woman stepped in front of his station, blocking his view. Alex looked over her shoulder. "Yes, shortly. I believe we're out of—" He lost his train of thought as his gaze tracked the man's path. A glittering party clutch sat upright at one of the tables, open and waiting. 6 feet away from the table, a woman in red laughed loudly at something another woman said. "We're out of some ingredients. I'll go and get them from another station. Please check back in a few minutes." He stepped out from behind the station and barely registered the irritated huff. "Pardon me." He jostled in and out of groups in his way, fighting to keep his eye on the one-fisted man. "Do you need something?" A waiter blocked his path. "You left your station." "Yes, I need to grab something from another chef. I'll be right back." Like running through a complicated football play, Alex spun right and darted left to avoid colliding with other guests. There, the man's fist released right over the top of the clutch. The slightest reflection of silver confirmed his suspicions. Alex reached into his white chef's jacket and grabbed the flash drive he'd prepared. Except the woman in red was starting to turn around, no doubt to retrieve the clutch now that the handoff had been made. Alex had to stall her. He slipped his left foot out, and a man tripped over him, diving headfirst into a group of 4. The exclamations drew attention, and just as he'd hoped, the woman in red watched, her brow furrowed. Alex darted behind her, made a one-handed switch, and continued to the chef's station closest to her table. "I need salt at my station," he said. "Then get it from the kitchen. I need mine." The chef scowled before beaming at an approaching guest. Alex didn't mind at all. Mission accomplished. The woman turned back to her purse and, seeing the flash drive Alex had placed there, closed the clutch and smiled. She hadn't noticed him make the switch. Good. Tonight, they would finally bring the firecracker to justice. There were 2 men staring right at him from across the room. They had broad shoulders under their tuxedos and matching gaits as they started toward him. Alex didn't think they were the Idaho State Troopers that were typically assigned to the governor. The telltale wrinkle in their jackets gave him pause. Armed. Unfortunately, Alex had been searched for security reasons before being allowed to enter as a chef. His own gun was still in the car. He darted toward the north wall, making his way around the attendees to get back to his station. A quick look over his shoulder confirmed the men were coming for him. He needed to get the flash drive somewhere safe, in case they were associates of the firecracker. A woman with caramel hair down to her shoulders, dressed in a shimmering silver gown and strappy heels he'd never imagined she'd be caught dead in, stepped into the light. Violet Sharp, his partner's widow. Rick Sharp had been killed by the firecracker 2 years ago. Violet's face blanched at the sight of him, but she didn't raise a hand or an arm in greeting. Thankfully, she knew better. Violet had never been the type to attend ritzy political fundraisers, but grief changed people. He'd also never seen her without her canine search and rescue dog by her side. She blinked rapidly and broke the unspoken connection, turning away to offer a tight smile to a tall, athletic-looking man who embraced her and gave her a little too friendly kiss to the cheek. Alex had hesitated too long. The 2 men had almost reached him. He continued his path toward Violet and bumped into her shoulder. "Hey, watch where you're going," the man with her said. Alex grabbed Violet's elbow as if offering support, all the while dropping the drive into the main compartment of the silver purse hanging at her side. "Terribly sorry, ma'am." Her eyes widened. "No,